Hey, what's up, Rattlers? So if you are into Morelia, carpet pythons, and scrub pythons, then you know Brandon Wheeler, and this is the video for you. And if you're really not into carpet pythons, you're going to want to watch this video anyway, because you're about to see some carpet pythons and scrub pythons unlike anything that you guys have ever seen before. I'm Dave Kaufman, and these are my reptile adventures.
At Zilla, we are dedicated to the innovation of caging, lighting, and equipment solutions that provide proper husbandry for your pet's long and happy life. To see our entire catalog, visit zillarules.com.
So this is Brandon Wheeler from Morelia House. So this is your herp room in here, and you know, I didn't really know what to expect when I contacted you and said I wanted to do a carpet python video, but you know, before I turned on the camera and started looking around, man, this is an incredible collection you got.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I've been building it for a long time, and you know, I've been obsessed with carpet pythons ever since I was a little kid. Been keeping them literally my entire life, and just like the dreams of little children, I just ran with it and grew with it, and you know, the dream's coming true. So yeah.
All right, so let's get this show on the road. I just, you know, want to see every coolness that you got here.
All right, cool. Well, jungle carpets are a really big thing for me. I absolutely love jungle carpet pythons. I specifically like the zebra morph, which is a pattern mutation of jungle carpets. And this girl has been with me quite a while. I've had her for about 10 years, and she is absolutely beautiful female.
Oh, look at that.
So this is Amberlyn. She is a zebra mutation, which is an incomplete dominant trait, and just beautiful. I absolutely love her blacks and yellows, and I absolutely love her personality. She's such a great snake, and just I love the chaos. You know, there's a certain amount of chaos that I can just appreciate.
Right.
This pattern is just absolutely chaotic, and she has given me some beautiful, beautiful babies over the years. And there's one specifically I would like to show off.
Whoa.
And this is Data. So this is a 2-year-old male. He's a little bit of a slow starter, so it took him some while to get some size. But this is what I'm looking for in a zebra. It's a really weird and aberrant pattern. I really like the black to the yellow contrast, and just how cool this snake is.
Yeah.
I mean, the head, I don't know why, it just seemed like it needed to be named after an android. So my geeky self went with Data.
Why not?
And I really can't wait to see if this can be reproduced. This is really funky pattern, even for a zebra. So the zebra pattern, again, this is an incomplete dominant trait. So if I breed this to another snake that's a normal, then I'll get half zebras and half normals. But if I breed it together with another zebra, then you'll get what's called a super zebra, which is a completely patternless jungle carpet.
Right.
Personally, I'm not a really big fan of the patternless. I think it takes away from everything that I love with the zebra morph, so I don't do zebra to zebra pairings. So this one, this next girl that I'm going to show you, is his future partner. So this is Alchemy, and I got her specifically to pair with him.
That is going to be some pretty babies.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this pairing. I think this is going to be beautiful. This one was produced by my really good friend Andrew Paris, and we'll see what we can do.
Wow, I mean, just looking at the two side by side, you can just kind of imagine how incredible those babies are going to be.
Yeah, man, I hope so. I can't wait. I'm really excited to check it out. So let's see how many snakes we can get at one time. So one of the coolest things I like about jungle carpets is how variable they can be, and exactly what you can do with a breeding project. So I'm also really interested in the ivory jungles, and the ivory jungles are a black and white carpet python that had been bred year after year after year doing line breeding to try to get the desired effect. So this is an ivory. So if for some reason black and yellow isn't your flavor, fear not, they come in black and white too. Jeez. It took about 20 years of line breeding in order to achieve this color. This animal was produced by my good friend Nick Mutton.
Nick's a great guy.
Oh yeah, and he's got some killer looking snakes.
Yes, he does.
So, all right, jungle carpets. You think we can get one more out? At the same time? Let's try. So this is a gelatin locality jungle carpet. So still a jungle carpet, no morph. This is all locality, and I mean, look at how different all of these snakes are.
Wow,
pretty cool stuff.
Very cool stuff. All right, so let's talk about your enclosure setup for these youngsters here. That's pretty ingenious way of setting up carpet pythons.
You know, super basic, super simple. These are from David Brahms 3D Specialty Designs, and I really like the water holder. It just makes my life so much easier. There's a lot of people that are all about fancy setups, and I think that's great, and I support everything that they want to do, but I want things to be simple. I want things to be quick, and personally, I don't think my snakes care whether or not I've got some fake plants in their enclosure. They're not.
It's all personal taste, but you know. Now this water dish here is kind of ingenious because that way they don't spill it, and then they have plenty of places to hang out and be arboreal. Now, is he selling these?
Yes, absolutely. 3D Specialty Designs is the name of the company. You can find them online. He has a website, and
what's the guy's name?
David Brahms.
David Brahms owes me 10% for everyone he sells from now on. All right, so that was what the locality jungles and the line-bred jungles look like, but you also have locale coastals.
Absolutely. I actually have northern and southern forms of locality coastal carpets. This is Flo.
Hello, Flo. She comes in her own little carrying case. I like that.
Yep, so Flo's a Brisbane locality coastal carpet. Absolute beautiful animals. I really love the reds on these, and just the color. She's a great snake. I can just reach in and pick her up. I don't need any kind of a hook or anything like that. A lot of people say carpet pythons are all snippy and mean and aggressive, and she didn't get the memo.
Right.
You know, and frankly, neither did the rest of my collection.
To be honest, cool. The wild ones that I found in Australia didn't get the memo.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful animal. She's 2 years in a row now has been able to give me offspring, so I was very excited about that, and lucky to get some good clutches from her. And you know, just this is one of those things that we really need to be able to keep in the hobby, because as soon as you cross locality stuff to something else, you no longer have locality
That's
stuff.
Exactly right. And not a lot of people are keeping the locality line pure like you are.
Exactly. So it's important for me for these to go on. When my son grows up and he's in his 20s and he has a kid, I want him to be able to have a Brisbane locality coastal carpet. So that's why I'm continuing to produce them.
That is awesome.
So this is the northern, or this is the southern form. The northern form, this is a Port Douglas locality coastal.
Yeah, these are from the Cape York Peninsula.
And you can see the difference. A lot of people call this a jungle carpet. I don't really care what you call it, but we've got these from Cape York and then these from Brisbane. So these are very genetically distinct. This Cape York carpet is going to be more closely related to that gelatin jungle than it will be this Brisbane coastal, just because of the location.
Well, and these kind of, their ranges overlap with the jungles.
Yeah.
In the Cape York Peninsula, and these are found much further south.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we can't tour your reptile room and just show off the carpets. We got to talk about the scrubbies.
Scrub life. All right. So scrub pythons, again, another major passion of mine. To me, this is a species that really isn't for everyone. It's one that takes a little more. You got to really want to do this if you're going to keep scrubs.
These are not for beginners. These are not even for intermediate keepers, to be honest.
But this guy is absolutely fantastic. I got so lucky when I got this animal. Most of my scrub pythons came from Dan at DM Exotics.
We love Dan, great guy.
And this guy I purchased from him almost 5 years ago now.
Look at that.
And there are not very many scrub pythons that you can just reach in and just do this with.
Nope, there is not.
And this guy is actually a proven breeder. He is a southern type from Maruke area, patternless animal, and absolutely beautiful.
Wow. So for those that don't know, Maruke is on New Guinea.
Yep. West Papua.
God, that's gorgeous. Look at that Some of these guys have really, you know, pronounced patterns. This guy is almost patternless.
Alright, so my plan for this, I have a little bit of a plan today. This guy actually has shed within the last 48 hours, and so have my female barnecks. So I have a different scrub type right over here, strong locality barneck scrubs, and we're actually going to see if we can use his shed today to entice a little bit of breeding. That's going to be my goal. So beautiful male.
Fantastic.
Really trying to unlock the code to breed these guys. Like I said, I've been successful once, and then I've just missed. So it's, you know, I got lucky. Anybody asked me what I did to produce scrub pythons, I got really lucky once, and I haven't been lucky since. So hopefully 2022 will change that.
Right.
These need to keep going.
Yes, they do.
So as far as scrubs go, there's not one that I'm more passionate about than strong locality, specifically strong locality barnecks. So the male that I just had out is from southern West Papua, and this is going to be from northwest Papua.
Real quick though, before you take him out, I just want to show everybody just that really cool, innovative hide box. You basically took a hide box that sits on the bottom of a cage, inverted it, and put it on the top of the cage so that arboreal snakes can have an arboreal hide box. That is really cool.
They absolutely love them. They all use them constantly. For anybody who has an arboreal or semi-arboreal snake, I highly recommend doing arboreal hide.
And how did you just screw it up there?
Yeah, it's just brackets screwed up creatively. They're 3D printed. And a buddy of mine made those for me custom, because you can purchase the ones for the smaller hides, which I have in some of my other enclosures, but they don't commercially sell ones that fit this side of a hide box.
Gotcha.
So these were 3D custom printed just for the reptile.
And right next to the ceiling mounted heat mat, so that he can either bask there or bask in his hide box.
Exactly.
That is really cool. All right, let's grab him out.
So this is Slim.
Oh yeah. Now this to me is a scrub python.
Yeah, buddy. Slim is a beautiful snake. He was named after the goat, Slim Shady. These are from Strong, so northwest Papua. The kinghorn I get quite a bit larger. However, they are not available in the United States, so you will not find them in U.S. collections.
Did find a 9-footer when we were up in Queensland.
Oh man!
Yeah. And he was just like this. A wild 9-footer was just this kitten tame. Yeah.
Trust me, they're not all like this.
Nope.
This right here is the most defensive snake that I've ever worked with in my life. Her name is Gypsy.
So that's why they're called a bar neck, because of those 2 bars on the back of her head there. But man, what a sweetheart of a snake. Yeah, these really do have a very bad reputation for being flighty, bitey. But look at her. She's just really curious about her surroundings. Really curious who this doofus with a camera is that's holding her. But look at that pattern, man. That is a gorgeous snake.
All right, so I would like to do a little bit of pairing.
Yeah, let's do it,
guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put Slim back. So this is the shed of the dude who was my southern male that was patternless that we had out, and he's definitely a male. Look at those sperm plugs. All right. So what I'm going to do is I want to use these sperm plugs right here in this shed to tease my barneck male and make him think that there's another male around, which may throw him into breeding mode. Now, these 2 females both shed within the last 48 hours. And there's all kinds of pheromones and cool smells and stuff hanging out on that shed. So I'm going to leave those in there. And what I've done, and I'm just going to unscrew this. And boom, we've got a portal into the next cage over.
That is really cool.
So what I don't want to do is stress them out when I'm doing introductions. So this way, they can each have their own space if they want it. And if they want to get together, they can get together. So in the wild, the male's going to cruise and find a female, right? So in captivity, what I'm going to do is make him do the same thing. I'm going to put this shed, kind of let it guide into the top enclosure here. And there's a male on the bottom, and there's a female in both of these middle 2 enclosures. So with any luck, sometime late tonight, that male's gonna get curious. He's gonna start wondering what that smell is and find these girls, and hopefully we can get some breeding action. Now I don't know how this is gonna go, but if you want to check it out, Morelia House on YouTube, I'll be doing an update video for the results of this to see how it's going. So please feel free to stop by, subscribe, check it out.
All right, so we have seen some really cool stuff in this herp room, but now I really am now curious to see how aggressive this one actually is.
So this is Gypsy. This is my girl. Now look, first I want to talk about the gloves, okay? People will make fun of me all day for wearing these gloves, but you know what? I like my hands. I like my wrist. I like my arms. I like to be safe. I like to do this safely and responsibly, and this helps with that. All right, so no shame.
Well,
we're gonna glove up.
They are very attractive gloves. So
oh yeah,
yeah.
Gotta glove up.
Looks like you're gonna chokehold somebody with the force with those on.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Well, she doesn't seem that bad. Look at that. She's just sitting there staring at me.
She's ready to rock and roll.
That is a pre-strike position. All right, this could be so awesome. All right, go for it. Strike number 1.
Okay.
Whoa.
Back in your box. Watch out, back up.
Yeah.
Oh, she got the mic.
She bit the mic, just like every other. Hey. Man, she is snappy. Whoa. And that is why these are not for beginners.
You just never know what you're gonna get. You know, sometimes you get some that are gonna be extremely cool, extremely workable, real placid, and then other times you get Gypsy.
Well, Gypsy is gorgeous, but
oh, I absolutely love this day.
She needs like a spa day or something.
No, seriously.
Something to relax and not bite my microphone and so you just used the Kevin McCurley trick.
Oh, the scrub dance?
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily the scrub dance, but holding her high over your head and...
There's definitely a technique to it, and having you here to distract her really helps. Because when you're trying to do this by yourself, it's hard to distract her. Now, she does do 100 times better in the backyard.
Yeah.
So if I take her outside, she's much more placid and chill. But as soon as you get her cornered into a room like this, it's just straight defensive mode. So yeah, no, I love this animal. It's so powerful, so smart. They just command respect. You know, out of all the pythons that I've worked with, you know, retics included, I gotta say, when you have an animal like this, you will respect them.
Absolutely. You have to respect them.
But man, there's just this feeling that I get every time I work with them that just absolutely never gets old. Wow. I mean, it's just the power, the grace, the feel.
Alright, so you've bred her before, you have her babies here. Are her babies as aggressive as she is?
It depends. Both of them are more chill, but still not chill. Like, you know, they're about 50-50. Temper, the female, she's pretty cool. Tantrum, the male's a little more pain in the butt.
Gotcha. So I wondered if aggression is hereditary within these snakes.
Well, it definitely captive bred versus wild caught for F1s doesn't seem to matter at all.
Gotcha.
I have met quite a few captive bred scrub pythons that are definitely not tame. So maybe F2s, we'll see.
You know, look at red-tailed boas, you know? I mean, when they were first on the scene, there was no captive breeding. They were all imports. They were all aggressive. And now look, they're puppy dogs.
Exactly.
So that could very much so happen with these guys over generation after generation.
She's getting geared up, ready for you.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Such a gorgeous snake. Wow. Brandon, thank you so much for having me over. I really wanted to highlight your collection. It's been a long time since I've had a Morelia video on this channel. So man, thank you so much for having me over and showing us these just incredible and really underrated snakes.
Hey man, I appreciate it. Thank you, Dave. It's been a pleasure.
So guys, I'm going to put all of Morelia House's links in the description below. Go check them out. Give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button on this channel if you haven't already. And guys, as always, thanks for watching. And until the next reptile adventure, love the planet, feed your reptile obsession, and rattle on.